In the last video, I discussed the Bulldogs offense and what they needed to do in order to move the ball down the field on the Jackson State defense. Let's talk about the Bulldogs defense and what they need to do to combat what Jackson State is going to try to throw at them on the offensive side of the ball. Now, we got to understand one thing. South Carolina State definitely has some ball players on that defensive side of the ball as well as the offensive side. We're going to get into it right about now. It's your favorite coach back at it again, 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, hit that notification bell so you get all upcoming videos. Like, comment, and share these videos as well. Don't forget, tap in a friend or two. Tell them to come on in. It's nothing but positive vibes over here. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. Also, you can follow us on social media. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump on in this thing right now because I'm telling you right now, there's some things that really caught my eye when I was looking at the film from a defensive standpoint for South Carolina State, which, you know, a lot of these teams, well, actually just about all of the teams between the SWAC and the MEAC, they run the same variation of this 4-2-5 defense, where the defensive backs will normally walk up to the line of scrimmage and act as if they're linebackers, and the linebackers will come up to the physical line of scrimmage and play as if they're defensive ends with the extra man on either side of the ball, whichever side is the strongest side, that's the side that they're going to, so that they can maximize their efforts as far as getting in the backfield and disrupting the other team's offense. They are in that 4-2-5 defense, and the linebackers are looking to get pressure from either side, where again, you have the linebackers, they come up to the physical line of scrimmage. You have the DBs, they come up as linebackers, and you have one safety sitting back, like right outside the box. That proposes a problem for them because a lot of times they get caught slipping, in which they're not paying attention to those quick slants. And that safety is the only one that's there. So if they got everyone else moved out of the way to where you can get that X receiver to come across, he's wide open for big gains. So that's something that they got to keep in mind as well. Saphir Kelly is a physical defensive back that loves to get up on a receiver and get aggressive with him. But sometimes when the receiver gets aggressive back with him and the receiver breaks on the route, he has a tendency of wanting to start grabbing for the receiver, which 9 times out of 10 ends up getting him with the penalty. This is not the week that he can do that. He got to make sure he trusts his instincts and do all of the things that he need to do to prevent the Jackson State receivers from getting up and down the field on him. Now, the linebackers got to make sure that they don't get caught up when they get the look, when they trying to get pressure on Shedeur Sanders in the backfield. The Bulldogs linebackers will normally line up outside the tight end or outside the tackle, or if they go double tight, they'll line up outside both tight ends, in which they're looking to come up the field to make pressure. Now, Coach Saxton, the defensive coordinator, I know he's going to bring something real nasty and sexy out there to keep Shedeur guessing as far as with those defensive front. Number 5, B.J. Davis will need to make sure that his defensive linemen make the necessary shifts in the game to keep the pressure on Jackson State quarterback Shedeur Sanders. Now, number 34, Jelembowski Green will probably be double teamed because he is the one that causes the most havoc up there on that defensive front for the South Carolina State Bulldogs. This is just my opinion, guys. So you might say, nah, it might be 96, it might be 98. Both of those guys are wreaking havoc out there as well. But I've seen a lot of double teams come at 34 compared to the other two. So I'm just putting that out there, all right? Number 11, Chad Gilchrist. He can't get lost in the sauce watching the quarterback when he needs to drop back into coverage because, again, as I stated, those Jackson State receivers, they will catch on to that, and they will start sliding right behind him, allowing Shedeur Sanders to throw those crossing routes or those quick slants to them that's going to allow them to get big gains up the field. The defensive coordinator for South Carolina State, Coach Saxton, is going to sit back and allow Shedeur Sanders to pick them apart. I can see South Carolina State going with the 2-down linemen and rush 3 and then drop everyone else back in the coverage, which I've seen that happen. I've seen that happen a couple of times in their film as well. Now, one thing that they do got to keep in mind is that when you got Newman running those crosser routes, quick slants inside and out, along with Pickett and Marshall running the flares and that Texas and wheel routes, they got to be mindful of exactly where everyone is on the field because I believe he will come up with something. Again, I believe Coach Saxton will come up with something sexy and exotic that's going to catch them off guard and could possibly turn over Shedeur Sanders if he's not paying attention to where those defensive linebackers and those defensive backs, the lanes that they're dropping back into to prevent him from completing passes. You know that South Carolina State, they love to pin their ears back and bring pressure. In order for them to bring pressure, they're going to have to get back there and touch up Shedeur Sanders a couple of times and let them know, hey, we're coming to get you, son, and you're just not going to stand back here and just eat us alive all day long, just throwing the ball up and down the field. Now, number 14, Jacoby Durant, we already know he is a show in itself, and he's definitely going to be looking to shut down one side of the field, letting QB1 know, Shedeur Sanders know, do not throw that ball this way, because if you do, I'm going to catch it, and I may get a chance to take it to the house. So don't put yourself in that situation. Durant also will make sure that he's not allowing the Jackson State receivers to get loose and get up and down the field on him as well with receiving catches and scoring touchdowns. He got to be mindful not to bite on something that he think is there when it's not and get caught with his pants. Now, as far as the front four for the Bulldogs, they love to fight off the opposing team offensive line. Like I said, 98 and 96, they must be accounted for, especially when special teams is going on, because they normally are the ones that open up the lanes that allow the other Bulldog defenders to get in the backfield and block kicks and extra points. So that's going to be something that's going to be key in this game as well. If they can get back there and block kicks and extra points, keeping Jackson State from putting points on the board. Like I said, everybody's going to need to play and be on the same sheet of music if they're looking to win this game. Hey, if you make a mistake on the play, shake it off. Move on to the next play. Don't sit there and let it, beat you down, because if you do, guess what? They're going to keep coming back, and they're going to keep coming back at you over and over and over again, trying to get you to make more mistakes. So don't, those are the things that I saw as far as with the South Carolina State defense. And like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do out there on the field. I know they're probably going to come out there aggressive and hard early in the game to set the tone, letting Jackson State know, hey, listen, you guys just not going to do whatever it is you want to do to us out here on the defense. You're going to have to earn this today. And there's a very good chance that they just may turn Jackson State over several times. All of the defenders on the South Carolina State side of the ball, they love to come from behind and strip the ball from the receivers and the running backs when they're running with the ball. So that's something else to pay attention to as well. But guys, leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about the commentary as far as the defensive breakdown of the South Carolina State Bulldogs in this Celebration Championship game. But until next time, if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell and get all upcoming videos. And also, guys, remember, be the one and lead.